Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Donte Payne, your host, as you about to bark and rock with us on a lovely, beautiful Thursday afternoon, guys. We got an exciting show for you. It's going down. We got struggles from Chicago Sky and teams who've been eliminated. Teams who reached the finals for the first time since 2012. So, without further ado, those who are new to Dragon Sports Live, it's not your typical podcast. It's your podcast for sports and music. And what better way to kick off our show off right? We got 9 lives. Truth.
It's not an easy thing. A web of lies.
Welcome back. Those who are on my live right now, I'm having difficulties with my camera not focusing on me. It's focusing on everything else. But anyways, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. If you just tuning in, that last song you heard was July Flavor, Lucy, off the album Sakura here on Dragon Sports Live. All music that you hear is from artists that you want to hear, that you want to be. It's also from you. So keep that in mind. That's from you guys. So like I said, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. We got some exciting things happening in the world of baseball right now. So, who was on the injured list because he tore his ACL, Braves activate Ronald Acuna Jr. And in his debut, he homers in the opener of the Padres season. Now, they designated assignment shortstop Orlando Arquette, hitting 194, 445 OPS. Sent him away, but welcome back, Ronald Acuna Jr. Welcome back to the fold. Welcome, as they say, back. Other news, though, the Royals designated assignment outfielder Hunter Renfroe and called up infielder Nick Lofton from AAA. Y'all might think the name sounds familiar because it does. There's also a Hunter Renfroe in football. So, designated him, come back, boom. Teams that's going to be looking for new managers this season, going to be the Padres, Rockies, Orioles. Thus far, that's definitely looking for new teams, new team managers. Red Sox destroyed the Orioles too, 19-5. Third base Alex Bregman hurt his quadriceps tightness in the fifth end of that game, but we would give y'all an update on that as we find out. But he had quad tightness, so he probably go on the 15-day IL, rest up, do whatever he needs to do to heal to get better. But 19-5. Even with this pitch clock, it allows, it shortens the game, but it also makes pitchers rush to make decisions. Utilize the pitch clock to the fullest. And if you don't, oh well. I don't know what it means for you, but utilize it to the fullest. And yeah, definitely do that. I don't know why I'm getting this blur vision, but it's all good. Making me feel like I'm in a whole nother world. But Cubs had rallied to beat the Reds 13-6 on Friday. They also had got a walk-off just the other day. And Cubs center fielder Pete Crown Armstrong had 2 6 RBIs in a month. And that's the first since 1920. Now, he's the third Cub since 1901 to have 14 home runs, joining Sammy Sosa and Hank Sawyer. So that's good company to be a part of. But looking at the standings, though, Cubs is doing exceptionally well. They doing pretty good. Pretty damn good, I might say. And it's going to be an uphill battle fours, who's going to get what? Who's going to be in the playoffs? Who's going to be there? Because currently, looking at the standings right now, um, it's going to be a battle. Right now, you got the Yankees in the American League East sitting at the top, 35 and 20, followed by Tampa Bay at 27, Toronto and Boston both at 27. The Detroit Tigers in the American League Central, they're sitting up there at 37 and 20. 20 is the magic number right now, as I see, as far as the first place teams. Cleveland Guardians and the Minnesota Twins are both under them at 30 and 25, with the Royals 30 and 27. Now in the American League West, all that, like I said, I think the American League West, that's going to be the closest race, people vying for a playoff spot, that you're going to see. Mariners, they're 30 and 24. Houston Astros 30 and 25. Texas Rangers are 27 and 30, and Los Angeles Angels are 25 and 30. National League, we got the Phillies sitting at 35 and 19, followed by the New York Mets, who just lost to the Cubs. They're 34 and 22 off a walk-off home run. Braves at 25 and 28. Cubs sitting at 35 and 21 with the Cardinals 32 and 24. And then Milwaukee 29 and 28. Los Angeles Dodgers, guys, 34 and 22. Followed by the Padres at 31-23 and Giants at 31-25. So it's gonna be a uphill battle. You gotta look at that. Look at the facts of that. Definitely gonna be a so we'll see. Cubs, Umaga is processing from his hamstring strain, so he will be back in the lineup as well. And the White Sox are starting to bloom a little bit. Now, they did lose one of their relievers. He injured his knee in the ninth inning in a win over the New York Mets, which was 9-4. So, the Mets have lost to both of the teams in the past couple of days, which is crazy. But, yes, White Sox reliever Miguel Castro, he will be out. He injured his right knee late in the ninth inning in that game on Wednesday over the Mets. So we'll see what that is. Castro caught a toss from first baseman Miguel Vargas and beat Soto to first for the second out, but appears to jam his right foot into the side of the bag, which definitely can cause a lot of injuries. That bag is not soft, guys. That bag kind of hard too. So if you ever notice, if you watching baseball, you know somebody put the little minute on, it's allowed them to slide, because slide on, remember that's dirt and sand that we are sliding on. So keep that in mind. Astro Christian Walker hit on a hand by pitch. X-rays are negative, but he left Wednesday's games against Athletic after being hit on that right hand. He was hit on the top of the hand near his knuckles, which is a good sign that the MRI was negative. So, that's good. Robert Stevenson finally pitches for the Angels. 16 months after signing a $33 million 3-year contract with the Los Angeles Angels, reliever Robert Stevenson finally throws a pitch with his new team. Now, Stevenson, he missed last season after undergoing elbow surgery on May 24th. That included a UCL repair with an internal brace. He was activated off the injury list on Wednesday against the New York Yankees. Struck out his first two batters in perfect sixth inning. Through the Angels would go on to lose 1-0. But, hey, he's back. Now, with him being back, the Angels selected the contract of utility man Scott Kingery from AAA Salt Lake. Veteran infielder Tim Anderson, a two-time All-Star who batted .205 in 31 games for the Angels, was designated for the assignment, and reliever Jake Elba was optioned to Salt Lake. So, that's going to add former White Sox player. Go. Bye-bye. So, yeah. That's what's happening with that. People been released, people been moved, people been shipped off to other teams. That's what's happening. Guardians pitcher Ben Lively his season will end as he will undergo the Tommy John surgery. So his season is done. He donezo. Mets third baseman Mark Vignos is out with abdominal soreness. He was pulled from the scratch. He was supposed to start the other day, but he was pulled with abdominal soreness. And left-hand pitcher Jake Diekman retires after 13 seasons, 705 appearances for 9 teams. That was with the Phillies from 2012, Texans in 2015, Diamondbacks in 2018, Royals in 2019, Athletics, Red Sox, White Sox, Rays, and Mets. Calling it quits after 13 season. It's been a ride. One hell of a ride. Let's ride. Now enjoy your endeavors as you relax and play and do whatever you need to do. Spend time with the family. Just relax all in all. Take your time. Relax. We got some exciting games happening for you today as the Phillies are taking on the Atlanta Braves. It is the bottom of the fourth with the Phillies taking a 2-0 lead. And this will be a doubleheader, so the next game will be at 5:45. This is just game one of the doubleheader. Toronto taking on Athletics. That game comes on at 6:07 with the first pitch. Central Standard Time. Tampa Bay taking on Houston, as well as Washington taking on Seattle. So be sure to check out those games and enjoy. The Houston Astros
Don here pays too much
will
for
be
AT&T,
losing.
so he's been waiting.
Ronel Blanco, as he opts for the season elbow surgery, he will have the Tommy John surgery on his right elbow next week and will miss the remainder of the 25 season. So his season is done. Calling it quits. The New York Mets slumping slower. Failed to get the ball out in the infield, and that lost to the White Sox, but it's all good. Hasn't been the best so far, but Soto is batting a measly .224, 8 homers, 25 RBIs in 55 games during a troubling first season with the Mets. Now, he did sign that $765 million contract in December as a free agent. So Soto is 0 for 16 since lacing a 2-run double off a right center fence Saturday in that 5-12 victory over the Los Angeles Dodgers. So he just going through a struggle phase right now, but it's all good. He'll be alright. He will be all right. So let's keep that in mind. We'll keep contact. We'll keep tabs on that. We'll watch out and see what he do. But he'll be all right. He definitely will be all right. And the question that everybody has is when would Roman Anthony, Jack Cologne make their debuts? Their time is coming. These are rookies that was drafted in the top of the amateur draft. We will see. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. That last song you heard was Summertime Shy, and it is getting close to that time in the Shy Town where we got our festivals going. We're going to have NASCAR again. We got a lot of baseball going on, and training camp is going on as well. That was Libby Rose, Summertime Shy featuring V. Armstrong. Check out any music that I play. Check them artists out on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, or wherever you get your music, iHeartRadio, whatever. Be sure to check them out. But as we are in the midst of training camp, we do have contract struggles. Right now, as it stands, Trey Hickerson will not partake in. He would not play if he don't get his contract rectified and fixed, and give the man what he wants. If y'all value the man, pay the man. You paid everybody else, why not pay him? Don't he deserve it? Because I think he does. But it is what it is. Lions have cleared Aiden Hudson. He's cleared to return to football activities, where Cardinals cornerback Sean Murphy Blunting was placed on an NFLI and will miss the entirety of the 2025 season. Hello, honey. How goes it? Panthers edge rusher Pat Jones will replace. He is the planned replacement for Javion Clowney, who they released this past offseason. Can he do it? He has the energy to do it. He has the clarity to do it. But can he replace him? I don't think so. He got to make his own path. Be your own man. But I think he will be a good replacement for Clowney. A little bit younger than Clowney. And eager. So let's see what he can do. Louisville will hire Packers VP Andrew Bandit as advisor, adding him to the list, and more. So, it's about to go down. Definitely going down in that. But we do got some new faces and new homes. And some faces are causing trouble. Stephon Diggs was out on the boat, I guess, with Cardi B and a couple other women. The women was flirting him, and yeah, they showed he had gave the girl pink substance, or they took it out of his hand, and the Patriots are aware of that, and they're gonna check that out, look into that, make sure as long as he ain't partake. If not, he's gonna be suffered to random drug tests like Josh Gordon was back in the day, probably. They do it at will, they do it random. If they suspect you doing something, oh, best believe they testing you every time. So, we'll check that out. But hopefully it's nothing too serious. The Atlanta Falcons center have locked their starting center in this season. Ryan Newzil. He signs a 2-year, $9.5 million deal. That gives him, he did that contract Wednesday, and includes $6.5 million guaranteed money. His agent Drew Rosenhaus and Clyde told ESPN Adam Schefter that. So his resign was expected after they lost center Drew Dallin to the Bears in Chicago in free agency on a 3-year, $42 million. Newzil is 27 and started 8 games for the Falcons last season after Diamond went down with a high ankle sprain. And that gives Michael Penix, he had got plenty of reps on second team offense with quarterback Michael Penix Jr., who's now Atlanta starter. So of course that has been known that he's the starter. Get somebody that you used to with. Like, yeah, we in practice with all the time. So John Holbrook, he spoke for the first time since they released Justin Tucker, their kicker. It was a complex decision-making process that included himself, owner Steve Biscotti, and team president Sasha Brown, and general manager Eric DaCosta. Tucker was the NFL's most accurate kicker, and he was released on the Ravens by the Ravens on May 5th amid the NFL investigation of sexual misconduct. So he was there. But Tucker was 35. He was accused of sexual conduct by 16 massage therapists from 8 high-end spas and wellness centers. In case y'all wondering. But like I said, in releasing Tucker this month, they say it was a football decision. They don't want that to be on there. So, we will see. We definitely will see. Longtime Patriots David Andrews is retiring from the NFL. He's the longtime center who was released in March, will officially announce his retirement from the NFL on the Monday. Andrews is an 8-time captain and 2-time Super Bowl champion who joined the team as a undrafted free agent out of the University of Georgia in 2015. He spent his entire career in New England playing 124 regular season games, 121 starts, 12 playoff, 10 starts, and the 13-year-old was selected as the center of the Patriots 2010 All-Decade team. Ooh, that's good. Big ups to that. Big ups to that. Giants quarterback Wilson is getting the bulk of first-team reps. Russell Wilson, we kind of figured that was going to happen, is the clear-cut starting quarterback as organized activities began. There were apparent by the decision of reps on Wednesday practice, first such workout open to media this year, but Wilson took most of the first team snaps with Jackson Dark and James Lewis also sneaking a few. Tommy didn't fit into the fourth and third team reps through our practice. So we'll see what they do, how they gonna do. And y'all know Tommy DeVito's the only returning quarterback for the Giants who had Daniel Jones and Drew Lock at the top of the deck chart at this time last year, which is crazy. 40-year-old Joe Flacco is by far the elder statesman in the Cleveland Browns quarterback room. He wants to lead by example. He's not looking to take a back seat and mentor the team's young passers. Rather, lead by example in an attempt to win the quarterback competition. And I think that's the best way to go. That's how you stir up things. Look, don't let this 40-year-old outdo you. Don't let this 40-year-old become the starter. We gonna do what we gotta do. And we gonna win. That's what we gonna do. Raiders are giving A.J. Cole a 4-year, $15.8 million extension. He's a 2-time all-pronter. That extension with $11 million guaranteed. This deal makes Cole the highest paid punter in the NFL. Now he's 29, entering the final season of that 4-year, $12 million deal, which he signed in 2021. Now he's under contract for the next 5 seasons. Boom. They also signed Max Crosby to a 3-year, $106 million extension that made him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL history at the time. And, you know, last month they signed Geno Smith to a 2-year, $75 million extension after being acquired from the Seahawks. Meanwhile, Jacoby Myers and left tackle are seeking new deals as they become free agents in 2026. So we'll see what that goes and how that goes. Demarius Thompson, whose signature smile was a big part of his legacy with the Broncos, as his long list of big plays will be inducted into the team's Ring of Fame during the 2025 season. Thomas was the only former player or coach selected for the Honor Tuesday, and the team's Ring of Fame committee is headed up by co-owners Rob Vaughn and Greg and Kerry Penner. So, big ups to them on that. Thomas, a 5-time Pro Bowl selection, was the first of 2 first-round picks for the Broncos in 2010. The other was Tim Tebow, and spent 9 seasons with the Broncos. He finished his career as the team's second leader. So, yeah. That's what's going on with that. College football playoff will have a straight seeding model this fall. The top 4 teams will top with the top 4 seeds and will get a first round bye. So that's gonna be what's up. That's what's going on. In the NBA, Caitlin Clark 140 games streak with a 3 ends Thursday night with a win over the Dream. Also, Clark is on. She will be out at least 2 weeks because she has a strained quad, but it's because amount of hits that she's taking, a lot of hard fouls that she's taking, is catching up to her. Liberty had a record 19 threes versus the Sky. The Sky are struggling right now. They have not been able to win a game. They are 0-4, and they take on the Dallas Wings later on today. So we gonna see what that is and see how that goes. The 4-0 New York Liberty taking on the Golden State Valkyries, who's 2-2, who's the new team. This is their first season there, and they're 2-2, doing better than the Chicago Sky. But Chicago Sky seem to can't catch a break. Like, with the exception of 3 of their games, all their games been close, or they just not producing, like they're missing one piece. We don't know. Could be coaching. It could be that. Maybe that's a sign that y'all should have kept Teresa Weatherspoon. I'm just saying. Maybe that's a sign. So, we gonna see what y'all do tonight. That game is on Prime Video, so be sure to check that out. Cedric Coleman forgoes Duke to remain in the NBA draft. And Siakam had dropped 39 in the Pacers, but the Pacers are on the verge of making the finals. That game's tonight on TNT, where we have the Pacers versus the Knicks, and they're laser focused. OKC, on the other hand, reaches the finals for the first time since 2012, destroying the Minnesota T-Wolves yesterday. But I think the T-Wolves don't really have the height. They have height. OKC has a big lineup. You got Holmgren, you got Hartenstein, SGA, Lou Dort, J-Dub. They all kind of tall, on the taller side. So it's like the pressure, the defense, everything. So we might see Pacers versus OKC. The finals are set to take place on the 5th, starting the 5th. So we'll see. I know OKC resting first time since 2012, and I think that was with Durant, Harden, and Westbrook on that team, if I remember correctly. So we will see. Halliburton's historic triple-double was key to Game 4 win. And his father will be able to attend the games, but he'll be in a booth or in a suite, as they say. So we'll see on that. Um, Warriors Brandon Pochtominski had surgery on his left wrist, so get it done during the off season. That way, you'll be ready for training camp and stuff like that come the regular season. So keep that up in mind. Keep it going. Let's get it. College Hall of Full Range. College made rules changes making Mike Leach eligible for the College Hall of Fame. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And we got more teams coming up. New 18-game hoops slated. No Duke, no Miami. So we'll see. Owen withdraws from NBA draft to return to the UK. And 24 WAC Player of the Year, Grant Foster to Gonzaga. So we'll see what that is. But catch y'all on another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Donte Payne, signing off.